Hello everyone and welcome to a new tutorial. Today we will be recreating the Ward of Dawn ultimate ability used by Titans in the game Destiny. After you're done following this tutorial, you can improve how it looks. This tutorial will go into coding and setup only, not shaders and such. If you want these project files, you can download them all and many others in my Patreon. Alright, let's jump right in. First of all, I'm going to assume you already have a first-person controller and a test level set up. If you do not know how to make a first-person controller and a basic bullet, there are many great tutorials on YouTube about that. This is what mine looks like. Very simple, I can look around and shoot bullets. Nothing too fancy here, really. Right after we have that done, we will open up our bullet prefab and create an impact particle effects. You most likely already have one in your project somewhere, so all you really need to do is add it as a child of your bullet, disable looping of course, and then disable the game object. Next, create an empty game object and call it ward collision. This is what will be detecting the collision for the bullet. Give it a sphere collider and create a new tag just for this, so that we can properly detect it. Just for consistency, I will call this tag ward collision. Assign the tag to the game object. Create a new script and call it ward collision. Then give it to the game object and make the particle system a child of the ward collision game object. Right, now create a new sphere game object and give it a new material that has a transparency rendering mode. Then select a color and lower the alpha value so that we can see through it. Create a new script and call it Ward of Dawn. Give it to the game object and open it using your coding software of choice. Alright, first we set up two public floats. Both of them are pretty self-explanatory. A string, which is the tag that we have just added to our project, and then a layer mask, which is supposed to be the ground. Inside start, we do a raycast downwards to get the ground's position and move our Ward of Dawn accordingly. In update, we check if the health is smaller or equal to 0 or duration is smaller or equals to 0, and if any of this is true, we destroy the Ward of Dawn. If duration is bigger than 0, then we need to lower it over time. Down here, we will do a onTrigger enter and check if the tags match to whatever we assign on the inspector. Now we get the component of ward collision for this collider. Remember that script we added earlier? Yeah, so this variable will be null if you did not add the script to it. In here, we check if this isn't null, and before we continue, we need to open up our ward collision script and simply add two floats and a game object. Their names should make them pretty obvious as to what they do. Save it, and now back in here we lower the health using the damage of the ward collision script and also enable the particle system as well as unpaired it from the bullet. We continue by destroying the particle system using the destroy delay variable to allow the particles to play, and lastly we destroy the bullet. All done here. Pretty simple stuff and should be quite easy to customize it and add more features later on if you want. Back in Unity we need to assign these values. Let's do duration to 10 seconds and health to 5. Bullet tag to check, we have to type this, ward collision. Since we are already here, let's set up these other values too. Damage, I will do 1, so that it takes 5 bullets to destroy the Ward of Dawn. Particle destroy delay, let me check. I think 2 seconds should be fine. Actually, let's do 3 seconds, just in case. For this other value, simply drag the particle system on here. Back over here, we type the correct tag, and for layer mask, my ground layers is set to default. And that might cause some issues when casting it, so I will simply create a new layer for the ground, or you can just use whatever works best in your project. Cool, let's take a quick glimpse at my controller so you can see I am simply creating the bullet and barrier thing whenever I press the mouse 0 and 1. It don't matter where the Ward of Dawn spawns since we are doing a raycast at the start of our script to ground it. Okay, hit play and let's test things out. Awesome, it is all working as intended. I recommend you create a new shader for the material so that you can set it to double-sided, because when you are inside it right now, you do not see the borders. Also, when you shoot from the inside, the bullets are destroyed right away. If you were able to shoot from the inside, then it will be a little bit too overpowered. Then again, it is your game, so you can always edit the code so that you can shoot from the inside. And that is it for this tutorial, guys. I hope this was useful for you. Remember to like and subscribe. Please, this is a very small channel and I could really use some help to grow it. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.